story in the book about a human character, Wu-He, who we were introduced to previously in the first story about the Cantina band. The Bartender's Tale, this is called, and bartender is what spams call landlords. It's a pretty dull story at first. It tells the story of how Wu-He wants to create a special drink for Jabba the Hutt, and that he has a room behind the cantina where he brews up his bizarre concoctions. And then one day, when he's walking to the cantina to start work, he meets an abandoned droid, C2R4, and he asks Wu-He to take him in to save him from the Jabbas. But Wu-He refuses. Of course, we know from Star Wars he doesn't like droids, he doesn't let them in the cantina. And it's only after Greedo is killed that Wu-He decides to rescue the droid, because he realizes that C2R4 has a special grinding wheel, and Wu-He wants to use it to turn Greedo into a drink for Jabba, which is very gross. And by the end of the story, Wu-He gets his drink, which Jabba loves, and he gains a new appreciation for droids, so presumably droids are allowed in the cantina, moving ahead from that point. This is another story that's quite short, and not a great deal happens at first, but the twist in the story of Greedo being turned into the special drink for Jabba certainly took me by surprise, so I think it makes the story probably the best one so far, just for that surprise. And I said the other day about the Hammerhead story that Hammerhead takes his revenge on the Imperial officer by having him executed. But thinking about him, I don't think Ithorians being peaceful would take revenge, so I'm not sure what the right word would be, whether you'd use own back or comeuppance or something like that. But it's not important either way, but I thought, anyway. Right, love you lots. See you soon. Bye-bye.